What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I'm still going to continue talking on this White House situation. I feel like I haven't really been talking on it, but I feel like I really did go over everything I needed to go over in the first episode, but I just wanted to kind of do a follow-up episode, like an aftermath of the whole situation, because now they're talking on impeaching Trump and that they should have an answer today. I'm recording this episode like Monday, and it's like the next week after the events that took place at the White House. But for those that aren't caught up with history, if you guys don't understand what's going on, so Trump had started this big, crazy riot at the White House, and and it was overall because of these votes. He thinks that the votes is rigged, so he's start this crazy riot at the White House. Got people hurt, killed. Man, it was something that you would think that it would happen in the movies, but Trump, he's facing some heat over it. He's been banned from like all across social media. I think there was like let me go on Instagram real quick and see all the different platforms he got banned off of, because he got banned off of a lot. Hold on for a second. I gotta go to archive. Let it load. Here we go. So they said, hold on, I'm going to the post. So they said he's been banned off of Facebook, or he's been banned or restricted. So it's either he's restricted for a couple of weeks or he's banned permanently. But he was banned and or restricted from Facebook, Twitter, Google, Spotify, Snapchat, Instagram, Shopify, Reddit, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Pinterest. Wow. Like that is crazy. Like that's some crazy stuff. And so we all know that he was banned from Twitter. We all know that he was banned permanently from Twitter, because that's where he went to tell people that, like, hey, y'all need to go to the White House and riot. And so I think he did post it on other social media platforms, or it just made its way to other social media platforms. But yeah, it's like social media, the internet, they are not having it. And that was something I felt like it's always been in them. They've always wanted to ban Trump for something, but they just didn't really have no reason to ban him. Now, he did say some ignorant stuff. He's always said some ignorant stuff. He's always said stuff that just doesn't make any sense. It's stuff that's like, bro, why? Like, shut up. Just stop talking. But anyways, he's been banned or restricted from. So yeah, Twitter, they banned him. And I think some other places they banned him, but I think Facebook and Instagram, because Facebook is Instagram is owned by Facebook. So they've restricted him for a couple of weeks up until the inauguration, and which is next week, I think. Yeah, next week. So yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. So he's banned up until like I'm like, hey, Trump, welcome to the club. I'm restricted from posting videos on YouTube. After just for 1 week. Yeah, he pretty much, he got 1 week too. So, but yeah, I'm like, bro, but the thing is that then they're saying that he like went ballistic when he found out that he was banned from Twitter. But I'm like, well, what did you expect? Like, to me, that's some dumb stuff, because you get all of these people hurt and you got some people killed, and you're not even like talking on that. You didn't make no comments about that. Not that I know of. Well, I mean, he can't really, but I'm saying, like, if you are going to go on your platform and talk, I feel like that he probably would have just gotten restricted rather than banned from social media. Because if he would have came out and said, like, I didn't want it to be like this, I just wanted to riot, I just wanted to protest, I didn't want these guys to, like, riot and kill people. Like, they showed the video of the cop when they snatched him outside, and there's this, like, above viewing of that cop laid out on the steps, and they said that they beat that cop, like, at some point in time, somebody had knocked the cop out, pulled him outside, they started beating him with flags, like flag poles, or sticks, whatever. And then they said, I think, like, either the final blow, or I don't know when, at what point in time, they had hit him, but they hit him with a fire extinguisher. And that, I think they said that was it. Like, that's what killed that man. But I'm like, you have to understand that that's not good. That alone is not good. They did that to a cop. Your supporters, your followers, they did that to a cop. A cop that's there to serve and protect the White House. You got that cop killed. And that's not crossing his mind. And then moving to his Trump supporters, there's a Trump supporter, there, I think it was either a few or some, I don't know, but there's a Trump supporter that had got killed. And I'm like, you got your own supporters. You got your own, so you put your own supporters. The people that support you, and they're too blind to see that. They're so caught up on, oh, social media is trying to silence Trump. This man's trying to get y'all killed. And y'all don't understand. I have a friend that supports Trump. And she shared this. At first, I thought she was going against Trump. And I'm all like, oh, wow. I'm like, well, this is crazy. So I'm all like, yo, this is some wild stuff. But she ended up posting like some other stuff saying how the internet is trying to silence Trump. And I'm like, they're not trying to silence him because of his political views. His political views is done. It's over with. Like, nobody's talking on that. We're talking on what just happened. That's why he got banned from social media. That's why he got banned from the internet, because he's out here getting people killed. He's out here trying to start up a riot because he lost. He took a L. And y'all are too blind to see that. My thing is that, and I have a strange feeling like my friend, if she lived in Washington, D.C., she probably would have been there. And my thing is, it's like, what if, so let's say you do that, right? Because she's married. So I'm like, I don't even know if she would hear this or not. But if she ever did get a chance to hear this, like, my thing is that what would you do if you and your husband, y'all went there and a cop felt like his life was in danger and he took your husband's life, or he took your life? And I don't think people think about that type of stuff, because if I would have been a Trump supporter and I was injured or hurt, like, yeah, it was dumb enough for me to go up there. So that's my thing. I'm all like, well, I shouldn't have been up there in the first place. But if I did, and now I'm in the hospital fighting for my life, listening to this man, yeah, I probably would stop supporting him. I probably would have stopped following him, because I'm like, you put my life in danger. Like, there's people that out there that cares for me, and they almost lost me because I'm out here following what you're saying. That's why I'm like, look, supporters, I've spoke on this. I spoke on this even in the last episode. You shouldn't be following a person like that, where they're like, oh, if they're doing like a meetup, if they're saying, hey, like a meetup is happening at this location, or I'm performing at this location, or I'm doing whatever, like one of his rallies, cool. Go support him at his rallies. If somebody ambushes you and kills you at that rally, that's on that person. But the fact that y'all listen to this man to go to the White House and potentially because my thing is, what if it had been a situation where they're like, oh, well, we gotta give them the same treatment we gave Black Lives Matter protesters. We gotta be armed with guns and put nothing but fear in their eyes. What my thing is that they said there is 5 people plus. I was reading this article that they said a cop had just recently took his life, like, that worked at the Capitol, that worked at the White House. So he just recently took his life, and they don't know if it was like he might have been dealing with some stuff, or if it was because of the events that happened at the White House, but he took his life. So my thing is like, whatever blood like that appears after this like tragedy, that's on Trump's hands. And nobody just seems to understand that. They're so blind, and they want to think that this is still a political thing. This is not a political thing anymore. This is some terrorist type stuff. Because I'm saying, like, let's say, if talking to Trump supporters right now, let's say if I were to go out and do something like that, let's say that I'm all like, oh, we gotta go to Trump's house and raid the place and start going crazy and acting wild and stuff. I would expect the same treatment. I don't expect people to follow me, and I know Trump supporters, you guys would have something to say about that. If I were to come out and say, oh, let's go over to Trump's home and attack it, let's riot, let's protest, let's loot the place, let's just go crazy, you guys would be saying the same thing that everybody is saying about Trump. And it's crazy. That was like one of the things that came out Trump. I might have mentioned it in the last episode, but how last year when the Black Lives Matter protesting was going on, and Trump was like, any government property that's destroyed because of the protesting and the rioting that's going on in the world right now, or in the country, he's like, oh, like that, it's gonna be getting like those guys will face consequences. Excuse me, and they overall will face 10 years in prison. So my thing is like, why? What's how is this? How can this be reversed back on you? You said this. This was something that you said. So talking to everybody, people that don't support Trump and people that do support Trump, should what he said be taken into full effect towards him? Because if this was the other way around, and let's say if it was a leader of the Black Lives Matter protest saying, let's go to the White House and just cause mayhem and go crazy, why would this all of a sudden, why wouldn't this apply to Trump, but it applies to somebody else? That's what I'm saying. Like this, like division, this whole thing of like, it's like a two-side like type situation. It's a two-sided country. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that at all. Like at times I feel like I've lost like friends of mine that support Trump. I just had like another friend of mine's come out and tell me how he supports or how he likes Trump. That's some type of stuff where I'm like, now I'm seeing people differently. Like at the end of the day, I want the same friends I had back when I was in school. I want them back, where politics wasn't even a thing. But it just, as you get older, it's like, yeah, that stuff becomes more important to you and stuff. It never really was important to me. And I'm all like, yeah, I shouldn't be carrying on like no child saying, oh, I want my friends back. I want my friends back. But at the end of the day, I just want the same person I used to be chilled with back when I was in school. Like these guys, these people I was like, that I'm talking on that likes Trump or supports Trump. These are people that I was all like, yo, like I have memories with y'all. And it's sad to see, like to think now, I'm like, now I gotta go and turn around and make memories with other people because it's just this division. Like overall, I'm not asking them to be on my side. If they want to support Trump, they could very well do that. But just know that I'm not. And there's nothing that you can tell me because both of these friends, they're not black. They don't understand where I'm coming from out of all of this. They're not understanding the Black Lives Matter protesting. They are against the Black Lives Matter protesting. So my thing was that, like, you guys are okay if he does it. You guys got all these things to say about him doing it. And then when the Black Lives Matter protesting was going on, like, y'all had nothing but negative things to say about it. There wasn't no difference. Yeah, there is black people looting and going crazy, especially in downtown Seattle, where we're all from. So my thing is, it's like, yeah, and I was like, there was a part of me where I was all like, man, that's messed up that they're ruining these business. And then even with this White House stuff, I was like, yo, that's messed up that they're ruining the White House. With both situations, it's messed up. I guess I can understand, like, where they're coming from, but if they really wanted to get their point across, protest. Protest. Speak out on social media. Do what you gotta do. But when you start looting and putting people's lives in danger and killing people, that's why I'm like, I can't support that. It's that part of it where I can't support. If you support Trump, if you like Trump, all that stuff, do what you gotta do. Do what you have to do. I can care less. Vote for Trump 1,000,000 times if you want to. But just know that I'm not. I don't follow Trump. I don't support Trump. There will never be a point in time in my life where I would say that. There's no reason for me to say that. And just plus just on how much division he's caused in this country, why would I say that? Where I can't even look at my friends and family different. I'm looking at them different. I got friends and family that supports Trump. And now I'm looking at them differently. Like I had like something close with these guys, and now I'm like, I just can't even look at them the same no more. That's sad. That is so sad. And honestly, I'm not like, look, I don't care for Trump's political views. I don't care about his opinion. I don't care about his quote unquote facts. I don't care about none of that stuff. If anything that I have to be mad about, I'm mad at the fact that there's people that I care for that I gotta look at differently now. That's what I'm mad about. That he's caused he put like this, I ain't trying to crack jokes or ain't trying to like say something and things, but anyways, like no pun intended, but he did put a wall in front of like me and some friends of mine. And that's sad, man. That's really sad. That's messed up on so many levels. I'm like, I can't even look at these guys the same no more. Like having to see like this, especially this last friend. This last friend of mine is somebody that I'm close with, and I made some post or something about Trump. They comment on the post talking about how they like Trump, and that was something where it was like it kind of like it hit home for me. That was a hit. That was a hit. And I texted one of my, it was Priscilla from Four Souls. I texted her that saying how I was like, man, there's this friend that I grew up with and they like Trump. And I'm like, I don't even know what to do about that. You know, like, it was messed up. Like, it's one of those things. I'm like, dang, I don't understand anymore. I really don't. I'm like, I guess that's what happens. And like, just people become older. Then it's like, just gotta accept who they are when they get older and stuff. So shout out to the friends of mine that hear that hears what I'm saying and agrees with me and things. For those that don't, I'm just like, all right, well, so be it. And I'm like, I can't really have a say so in what you believe in or what you feel and stuff. So anyways, but yeah, I will talk to you guys later. I just want to get that all off my chest and things. But yeah, I don't support Trump. Never did, never will. I'm like, he was cool when he was on wrestling, but I'm like, once he got into politics, I was like, man, that's some crazy stuff. Wrestling, they're not even want to be affiliated with him no more. I guess they said that they took him out of the WWE Hall of Fame, and I'm like, well, man did bring it on himself. So, but anyways, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And check out my merch store. Yeah, thank you guys for watching and listening, and peace.